Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to run through part of my rotation here and show you some of the issues I'm having with what looks to be like a desync between client and server. Specifically, there's a lot of problems with my interface, and it's throwing off combat rotations. Just going to highlight one ability here. This is Ferocity. See, the cooldown is 10.4 seconds. I think standard is 12. It's been modified by my gear, but I'm not going to use any other alacrity modifiers for this demonstration. We're going to just stick with what should be 10.4 seconds. So you would expect to see 10 seconds here when I trigger it, or maybe at 9 seconds if there was some variation. But instead, what I think you're going to see is a random number. It's always less than 10, but it's random anywhere from 4 to 5, 6 seconds, maybe 7 or 8, but always less than it should be, and totally at random. um, Meanwhile, when it comes back online, so after it goes through its countdown and then the ability comes back and lights up again, it looks like it's usable, and I'll click it again, but nothing will happen. And instead you should see an error right about here saying ability not ready yet. So that shows me that there's a synchronicity problem when the client is saying it's ready, and yet the server is saying it's not. I think the server in this case is correct. It seems like the server is actually waiting the appropriate 10 seconds between cooldowns, but I don't know why that message isn't right on my end. There are other abilities. Battering Assault right here is a major offender of halting. I'll hit it and it will halt. And mid-operation, you can see its cooldown is also, boy that's strange, it's also exactly 10.4 seconds, and it also seems to be random. But so sometimes it doesn't fire even when I believe it should be off cooldown. As you'll see, he kind of gets stuck with his lightsabers. There are other problems. I've had, I think, any number of these abilities not fire or execute when they're supposed to. But the biggest problem is the sort of false cooldown numbers that's making the rotation pretty much unplayable. So here, I'll go ahead and show it here. Jump in. So you can see a little bit of a halt in the animation already. Now I'm going to do a ferocity window. Oh, and we got 5 seconds. So that's totally random and not appropriate. I'll go ahead and click it, see it's lit up, but yet nothing's happening. We're getting the not ready yet message. Oh, and there now finally went. I clicked Battering Assault there, and that didn't even work, and to the point where SWTOR despawned the operations dummy. Okay, there's a Battering Assault again. Instead of a 10-second cooldown, it was 7. Let's do a Ferocity, 7 seconds, just randomly. Now it's off cooldown. Click it. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Not ready yet. Error. There it goes. That time it said 5 seconds. So you see, it's just random, chaotic. Off cooldown. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Not ready yet. Not ready. There it goes. 4 seconds that time. It's just totally not. It's just not correct. Let's go back to this ability. Oh, this time he did actually do it. 9 seconds. That one actually looked to maybe be correct. Halting. See that weird kind of delay there? It's actually a major issue if that ability just won't fire sometimes, as it happens. I can't build any more range, and so I actually can't do anything but stand there. 7 seconds. So, yeah. I think you get the idea. It just seems to be random. I don't know if that means that something is corrupt or why client and server aren't talking together, but I really need it fixed. So if you're here to help me troubleshoot, I really appreciate that. Hopefully I can get it figured out. Thanks.